gone around the world. We're like 4 days from going home, and the first Yellowcard World Tour in 2011 has been pretty awesome.
The first, does that mean there's going to be more?
Yeah, absolutely. We're, part of our show, we've asked for forgiveness from all of our UK, European fans because we've had a string of bad luck. Ryan had vocal cord surgery, we had a couple of issues, and, record label, global economy, all the really easy stuff to deal with. So it's been about 4 or 5 years since we've been to some of these cities. So the shows have been amazing. We got a new record coming out. We have to come back to Europe proper. We skipped them. We came to the UK first. So we definitely will be back this year.
Cool. You've just been in Japan as well. I mean, how was that?
Yeah, I went to Japan. Japan's great. My mom was born there, so I have like a kinship with the Japanese people. And we went to new places like the Philippines, Russia, and Finland. And we have amazing Yellowcard fans all over the world.
I was going to say, how do the crowds take to your stuff over there?
It's crazy. It's like when you see the different sort of interaction with all the fans in different countries. It's there are different nuances, of course, and Japan is pretty crazy. But the weirdest thing, you probably have heard this, the weirdest thing is in between songs, everyone wants to hear what you're saying, so the crowd is dead quiet. It's dead quiet. And so it's like they're being respectful to everyone else too, because there's a language barrier, but most of them speak pretty good English, so they're pretty quiet. But like over here, the crowds are pretty crazy, but it's not quiet in between songs.
Yeah, you said your mum was from Japan. Have you got any family over there that been involved in the instance?
No, my heart goes out to everyone in Japan. She was born in Osaka, but my whole family lives in the U.S. now, so I'm lucky. But yeah, I was awake when we got the news last night. It's just devastating. So.
It's really crazy.
This is kind of like an age-old question, but it's the first time we spoke officially, like on the website.
Yeah, man.
But can we have the backstory to how you went from like professional orchestral violinist, didn't you?
I had
classically trained.
Yeah, I'm classically trained.
Yeah.
I played through high school in various youth organizations, but I never joined I probably wasn't good enough to join like a Philharmonic or.
Yeah.
And then I got really dumb hanging out with rock musicians and stuff like that. So, just kidding. But no, I mean, learning how to compose and getting away from classical, there's a lot of boundaries that I had, and I had great friends like Ryan and Ryan Key and Ryan Mendez that kind of helped me get over those things. I remember sitting down writing a song, and I'm like, hey, you can't do that. And he's like, it's my song, I can do whatever I want. I'm like, oh, that's amazing. So, and I'd like to get, I'm working on getting some of my classical chops back, because that'll, of course, help the performance. And that's a very big part of the Yellowcard show, is to have a very focused, good sounding live performance.
And backflips.
Yeah, right. I'm getting a little older now, so we'll see. It's not a problem. Like, I can do it now. I just don't know how much longer I can do it, so we'll see. I haven't done one yet. So.
Can we expect backflips tonight?
Probably not going to get one tonight. So.
Are you enjoying touring with All Time Low?
Yeah, they're amazing. We met them briefly on Warped Tour, and just to see them, taking off like this, and for them to bring us out as we're getting ready to release a record is just amazing. So they have a great relationship with Hopeless. We're now on Hopeless Records as well. So everything worked out better than ever planned.
Definitely, yeah. Just playing the sports relieve a lot of the pressure that might come with playing that. Now having not played in so long in the UK.
It's different. It's like it's a little easier, but there's a lot of people that these are all-time low shows.
Yeah.
We haven't played here in like 4 or 5 years, so we have only 40 minutes to win some people's hearts and have our fans kind of like.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's not as many songs. We like headlining. We have a catalog of 5 full-length albums and a couple EPs, so we have a lot of material to play. Hopefully we'd like to either come back for some festivals this year or headline, so we're moving some puzzle pieces around, but we like both slots.
Has it been out creating the set list then, considering the time constraints?
No, I mean, it's like we want to play some new things, obviously, and so you can expect to hear some new songs from our album When You're Through Thinking Say Yes. And so that's been exciting. The reception has been really, really warm. And then, of course, you got to play some of the old fan favorites, but we mix in a couple surprises, so it's pretty cool.
You mentioned your new album, and that's coming out in 11 days.
Yeah,
Is it
crazy, huh?
Will it be good to finally get it out there?
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to have a new release out. I think the great thing about When You're Through Thinking Say Yes is we took a moment, took 2 years off.
Yeah.
It had a really renewing, rejuvenating effect. and that energy is captured in the songwriting and the music. The production time and the songwriting and everything was a little more condensed. We did it in about 8 weeks instead of like 12 or 14, so almost half the time. But a lot of that spontaneity is also captured in the music. So a lot of people describe it as a vintage Yellowcard sound, stuff from Ocean Avenue and Lights and Sounds, and it has a little edgier thing that we discovered in Paper Wall. So it's pretty cool. It's kind of something for everyone.
You mentioned that you were playing a lot of a mix of new stuff and fan favorites. What was it? I worded it right, but I said, do you find it hard touring on an album that's not released yet?
No, not really. I mean, there are songs that are available on the internet. I mean, that's the glory of the time that we're in. We have Twitter.com. You can follow me at @SMackinYC, and Yellowcard has its own page, and we have Yellowcard Rock. We have our Facebook page. I mean, there's so many outlets that make us accessible. We released the teaser songs. We released a song called For You and Your Denial, which has been going over really well, which actually just started out to be like an internet teaser and picked up traction where it's almost like a full-fledged single. MTV was like in the States, they're picking it up. And so, I mean, things that we couldn't have imagined would happen have happened with that song. And then so, so there's a couple of tunes that are accessible for fans, and those are the ones that we're playing. And then, come the release of the album, we'll get to pick and choose some new stuff. So it's pretty cool.
You seem to have had like a number of lineup changes, and there was a hiatus in 2008. Do you think the current lineup's like a definitive strong unit?
Yeah, I mean the
Yellowcard army now.
This is the best version of our band. I mean, we have everyone's really focused. Or the thing about life is, and not many people realize, when you start a band when you're 15 or 16. You don't really walk the same path for 15 years as everyone. So, and life happens, and that's kind of what has happened with us. But Yellowcard's always been about good friends making music, and that's true to form right now. Is we have really good friends that we laugh a lot, we hang out a lot together, we have band dinners, and we never really had that before. And so, musically, we all have a great respect for one another, and I think our audience deserves to have the songs played in the best way capable. I think that we do that better now than we ever have.
It's easier to give more when you're all having a good time.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you get to see a little bit more of us, like a little bit more relaxed, and we like to have a good time, just like anyone, have a couple beers and play some songs, and that's kind of what you get right now.
Fair enough. Good stuff. We've got like a kind of.
We mentioned the hiatus briefly there. What was it that made Yellowcard come out of hiatus? Was it anything in particular, or?
I mean, nothing really. Longinu just gave Ryan a call and said, "Hey, you want to make a record?" And it really just got all the creative juices flowing, and we figured out a way for the timeline to work out, and everyone's musically had been doing their own kind of thing, and. I kind of really took a big step back, got married, and was just like living the good life. So the missus said it was okay, and we got together. We started emailing songs and flying to see each other, and we had a really good time like writing this record. It was really, really fun.
Sweet.
We've got a kind of a joke question.
The joke question.
You obviously know Chuck Reagan is from Hot Water Music.
Yeah.
Well, the question is, if you had a choice of 3 powers, invisibility, the ability to fly, or Chuck Reagan's voice, which one would you choose?
I would fly, hands down.
You'd fly?
Oh, absolutely. That'd be the craziest thing. Yeah. All right, guys, I'll see you later.
Just off.
So, yeah, I mean, my voice is okay. His voice is better, but the ability to fly would be the best. Yeah, I think if I was invisible, I'd just get in too much trouble.